So here we are today at Buscot Park. It's a National Trust place. I'm fishing a Sutton Courtenay Angling Club club match. So I've just plumbed up. The match has started. I need to get off and get out of the way. I'm going to fish 2 pole lines today. I'm going to fish one to the left and one to the right. I'm going to fish a method log. I'm plumbed up and entering. It's a 6-hour match. I've never fished this place before, so I'm going to watch the other anglers to see what they're doing and adjust as we go during the day. Right, 6 balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 1 for luck, 7. So I'm just making up my ground bait balls for the day. I'm going to fish 2 pole lines, one on the left and one on the right. I'm going to put 4 balls on the left. I think I'm going to put 4 balls on the right. And I'm going to go on the method feeder, give this half an hour before I go on it. So here we go. 2 lines today, left and right. The lake is very shallow. I would say about 18 inches actually, at 13 metres. So it's going to be interesting. I've set up to fish for bream on the pole lines. That's the plan. Although I suspect there could be some carp coming, which might cause me a bit of problem on the blue hydro. But we will just switch the kits and I will make something else up. I've got all the way up to purple with me. I just haven't had the time this morning to set up extra ones ready. So I'm going to put this bait. I'm just going to spread it over a little bit of an area. Like I said, I'm looking for bream. I couldn't find out too much about the venue. I've seen a couple of videos from quite a long time ago, which is just some people catching carp. I've seen carp crashing around the venue, but the one written write-up I've seen of the venue did talk about catching a load of bream. So I put in 3 balls and then 1 slightly shorter. I am going to go on the method for half an hour and give some fish some time to come over this. The reason I'm fishing 2 lines today is because I'm quite sure that if you do hook a good fish, shorter on this one, and if you do hook a good fish, it's going to spook the others because it's so shallow. Which is why I want 2 lines to be able to then switch over and catch a fish on the other line. They're both the same depth, so I'm good for that perspective. And I think this lake might surprise me today. When I plumbed up, it was super shallow. I checked it out to 16 metres, still super shallow. See if you can see there that carp crashing. There's plenty of that going on. So I am starting to wonder just what kind of day I'm going to have. The gentleman to my left has started on the method. The gentleman to my right has started on the pole. I'm going to feed the pole line and then I'm going to fish the method for a bit. Let these fish settle on these lines. It's a 6-hour match, as I said on the intro, so plenty of time. I think the target weight today, I really don't know. 60 pounds, let's go for 60 pounds. 30 pound of carp and 30 pound of bream and other silvers. That's the goal. We'll start on the method. I'll fish it with a little ringer's wafter. just with some plain 2 mils. We could do with a little bit more water. Move that clip down by a couple of rotations. I'm going to leave this method in for 5-minute casts. That's the plan for the day. And as I said, I'm going to give it half an hour on those pole lines before I have a look. I'll start on dead maggot and I'll see. I'm sort of to the left hand, well, I don't know, I'm sort of in the middle of the lake, I would say. I'm told it deepens up down to the right hand, down the right hand of the lake. And where I've got 1.5 foot, maybe there's 2.5 foot down there. Not much difference, I'm told. I've got a ripple where I am from me down to the left hand side. There's definitely been some carp topping sort of halfway between me and the end of the lake, towards the middle. I'm told that there's an old stream that runs through the lake, and the lake was then dug out around the stream, which is why it's so shallow. But we'll see. There's been fish crashing everywhere this morning. And I suspect this is the kind of venue that doesn't see too much pressure. I think they have some matches on at the weekends, club matches and things, and then I assume that there's a few day ticket anglers in the week, but it's not a commercial fishery. I don't think it's massively publicised either. It's not far from where we live, so I'm kind of interested to see how good this is, really. I'd love to catch some fish down this left-hand edge later on in the day. But we'll see how we get on. Right, I'm going to leave that for just 1 more minute and then recast it. It's a big lake, and there's not many of us fishing today, so it might take a little bit of time for the fish to realise that we're here and there's some food on offer. In terms of the stocking of the lake, I think this is what I would call more of a traditional natural venue. I've seen pictures of bream caught in the lake. I understand there's some crucian, some tench. I thought there was the odd carp, but I think there's more carp than I think, or I was thinking. And then I suspect that there is the normal roach, perch and rudd. We'll see how the day pans out. I've got everything you could possibly want today on my side tray. Just have a little quick look round. I've got dead maggot, I've got live maggot, I've got 2 mils, I've got worms. Underneath I've got some caster, I've got some pinky. There's another fish crashing out in the middle of the lake. What else have I got? And obviously some ground bait. I'm using Sweet F1 today, and I think that should be good for bringing some bream onto those pole lines. In terms of weather, I think it's going to be pretty much overcast for most of the day. The rain is forecast to come at the back end of the day, so I think we're going to start dry and end up soaking wet. Okay, let's check these pole lines out. See if anything has arrived. Worm or dead maggot? Huh? Too far away, come closer. I agree. Okay, I'm going to start on dead maggot. 2 Two dead maggots on this pole line. It's shallow. What is that? 18 inches. Just got a bulk. It's not really any room to anything else. Let's see. Don't see any blows or anything. I can see that ground bait fizzing away. It's 015 main line to the 011 bottom. The size 18 SLWG from Guru. So I think I'm looking to catch skimmers and bream on these two pole lines. There's a bite. I'm fishing on a blue hydro today. 4x14 float, which is probably too heavy. That was a bite straight away on two dead maggots. There is some tow. Just turn from left to right. I left a bit of extra line in case I was going to have to lay on. I might have to fiddle a bit around with the rig. It's a 4-inch hook length. I might change that to a 6 so I can lay on. Six inches if necessary. That's a fish. I don't know what it is, but it's a fish. And we are off the mark with a roach. It's an hour gone. I've got 3 fish for about 4 ounces. Lump of micros, right, and then soft ground bait with a little nugget, right. I think there's fish in the area, but they're too spread out. I've hooked it. Okay, I just had it all out, and well, what an interesting day. It's only about 18 inches deep at 13 metres. And I felt like I've ended up fishing the edge, but out there. I've caught, at the beginning I've caught some bream, a good sized bream. I've caught a couple on the left hand side and a few on the right hand side. And then I've had a couple of carp, and I've decided to switch to a carp rig, and I've had another couple of carp. I think they're double figures each, so I think I've got about 40 pound of carp on the left hand nets. I think I've got about 20-25 pound of bream, and if I've got 65 pound, then I'll have got my weight that I targeted for the day. So that's been great. It's been pouring down with rain for the last couple of hours. There's loads of carp moving out on the venue, and I look forward to coming here again in the future. So we'll finish off now. I'll get the weigh in, I'll get some pictures, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-da.